His love life is talked about all over the internet. He was on Dancing with the Stars, despite not being able to dance. He once wrangled a kangaroo with his bare hands.
I did what?
He's your favorite reality TV fuckboy reformed. He can make a woman fall in love at first sight. He is Harry Jowsey, boyfriend material.
What up, you naughty little chickens? Welcome back to another incredible episode of Boyfriend Material. The last couple of episodes, we going nuts. It's because we've been exposing myself on Perfect Match. Now, if you're just catching up, if you're a little bit late to the game on Perfect Match, the last two episodes, we go into great detail about all the naughty things I did, all the bad things I did on Perfect Match. You know, this all happened last year, and now as a 27-year-old Harry, we're looking back at this, and what would we do different? What would we not lie about? Why would we gaslight? Why are we being manipulative? Why are we being a piece of shit? So we're going to go back. We're going to laugh at myself. We're going to cringe. For just mental note, I've had 1 hour of sleep. I flew in from France. I know I sound a little bit like a dickhead, but I did fly back home from France. I came back. I'm like, I'm going to stay up so I can deal with my jet lag. I stayed up a little bit too late and then ended up watching the finale of Perfect Match and sat there and cringed at myself and then couldn't sleep. I also want to just mention that the whole kissing scene and everything that happened on the show, I'm seeing it for the first time like you guys are seeing it. We were so trashed. Now, there's no excuse. There's absolutely no excuse for my behavior and how I spoke and whatever else. But that was the first time I'd seen it back and really understood what happened because we were so drunk that day that even the conversations and things where Melinda was sitting on my lap, whatever else, I did not remember that whatsoever. Like, I did not remember any of that stuff. I don't remember leaving. I remember swimming around and being like a little mermaid and having a good time. And then I remember shit going south. I remember there was a big fight at the end of everything and everyone went nuts. But obviously that was cut out of the show. And then I remember trying to cheers everyone and saying like, let's go, which was the wrong timing again with me trying to cheers everyone. But anyway, we're also going to bring Dom back on the show. You guys loved him on the last episode. I feel like we had a good conversation. I feel like he really cleared up a few things that was going on for him. And I know you have a bunch of questions for him. And if you do enjoy guests coming on the show, let us know on the Boyfriend Material page because you guys have been super engaging and amazing on that. And I really want to do what is best for you guys. I love sitting down when it's just me and you and we get to hang out. But I also love when I get to bring my friends on and you love them as well. The premise of Boyfriend Material is we're growing together. We're learning together. We take ownership of our mistakes and our fuck-ups. We look at that and we learn. And we're like, you know what? Harry, you fucking silly goose. Even if it was a year ago, what would we do different in that situation? All right, let's address the elephant in the room. And not in this room on Perfect Match. I am a bit of an elephant. I've probably put on a little bit too much weight. But I want to talk about the Melinda situation and kind of what's happened from that point forward. Now, there's absolutely no excuse for my behavior on the show, and especially the things that I said. I was drunk, but there's no excuse, and it should have never happened. None of this stuff should have happened. It's also a reality TV show at the end of the day. If there's no drama, if it's Loyalty Island and everyone's being good, it wouldn't be number one, and it wouldn't be a crazy successful show and wouldn't do what kind of Netflix needs it to do. But again, there's no excuse. This is a crazy environment. It's a weird environment. I should not have done what I did. So in the finale, in the final episode, they show a little bit of audio and footage of me owning up to kissing Melinda. Now, it's also a little bit weird. How is there 50 cameras there and no one spotted us? Why did no one cameraman turn and follow the two people like hugging each other, walking to the restroom? Like, I also don't understand that. It's a high production show. How the fuck did they not get one person to get us on camera? It's a little bit wild, but I do really want to own up and take full responsibility, not only to Melinda, but for Jess, myself, but to you guys, because I did you guys a disservice. I didn't have the forethought. I didn't have any, I guess my brain wasn't fully developed. It's still, a quarter way there in those moments. And I wasn't honest, and it's tough. You want to be respected. You want to be honest to your audience. You want to be honest to you guys who give us time, energy, and your love. And I didn't do that. And that's not very nice. It's not a very good thing to do. So that's why I wanted to sit down with you and I want to talk about it and go through it side by side. The fact of the matter is, yes, I did kiss Melinda. Yes, I lied about it. Yes, I gaslit. Yes, I manipulated everyone. Yes, I tried to dance around it and make silly excuses and be a fucking sausage in those situations. It's not the respectable thing to do. I think also if you're watching that and you see maybe glimmers of that type of behavior in your partner or someone you're seeing, you need to get away from that person, because that person is not only a red flag, that is a red spaceship. I don't know. It's like it's an army of red flags. And I could see my behavior on that, especially for watching it back for the first time and seeing it through someone else's eyes. I wasn't impressed. I really was like disappointed in myself. I really was sad. I really felt so horrible for Jess, for her to have to see that for the first time. Also for Melinda to watch that back and see everyone kind of go against her and not believe her word in that situation when you shouldn't have believed mine. Like, I think on Talk to Handle, I lied about a kiss. On Dancing with the Stars, I lied about a kiss. And on this one, I lied about a kiss. So like, if my track record's anything to go from, if someone says I kissed a girl on a TV show, I fucking did it. No matter what. If I'm telling you guys, no, that didn't happen, that motherfucker's a liar. He kissed her no matter what. Like, I think on Dance with the Stars, Derek was like, oh, did you guys kiss in the middle of that dance? I was like, yeah, of course. No, he didn't. Even on Taught to Handle, like, I lied about the kiss there. Guys, I'm not going to go on a show where I could be tempted to kiss anyone anymore because I'm just going to fucking lie about it. No, I won't. We're growing. We're moving on. We're being bigger and better. I'm just not going to kiss anyone. I'm going to sew my mouth, my lips closed. Actually, I did see a video today. Some Botox lady was saying that I got a lip flip. And I was like, lady, I'm just fatter. Like, I just put on weight. I was 21 and 2 at the handle. I'm 27 now. I am a chunky boy. Yeah, I just want to show you guys and myself that I'm capable of growth. I feel like even after the show, without even watching it and knowing what was going on, there was so many steps that I took moving forward within myself, and also understanding, even the dishonesty, even telling like half truths, even like dancing around things. When I've been seeing someone, most recently I've been like overly honest, which is a tough thing to do. And if you've never been overly honest before, speaking from experience, it is really fucking hard to just put it all out there, because you don't upset anyone, you don't disappoint anyone, but it's also doing everyone a disservice if you're being a bit of a sausage. Yeah, I think also another massive takeaway from this is, whenever I'm a little bit drunk, I'm not the best version of myself. And I think we've all probably got one night that we can remember, we're like, oh, you know what? I wasn't really proud of that person. Like, imagine doing that, but now it's on fucking TV and your friends, your family, the entire fucking world is watching it. It's really not great, and it's really tough. So with that being said, I know before I've said I did 13 months sober, but after my birthday recently, I decided to go fully sober off everything and really focus on my health and understand that I think that there is, a little bit of a problem when I get drunk. I just want to black out and have fun, and I have no care in the world. And that has a ripple effect on people that I do care about, because it does upset them. And I was just in Cannes in France, and everyone was having the best time. Everyone's drinking and having Aperol Spritz and getting crazy, whatever else. And it took a lot of restraint for me to not indulge and have fun, especially when you're with your friends and you're in the south of France and you guys are being paid to be there, and it's like the best time ever, and everyone's like a good vibe, and just everyone's beautiful and amazing, and the food's good and the vibes are good. It was really difficult, but I was really proud of myself that I was there and I just stood my ground and held my ground, and it only gets easier. So maybe if you're the same person where whenever you have one sip of alcohol, you want to finish the bottle and you want to get crazy and have fun with your friends, and maybe you kind of find yourself fucking things up with people that you really care about or sabotaging relationships. Take it from me, it only sucks for the first few times that you go out. Then once you're in a rhythm, like month 1, month 2, you're chilling. It's not a big deal. You just have to really set boundaries for yourself. And I'm really proud of myself for doing that, because it's, especially in Hollywood and LA, like there's so many parties on, there's so many crazy things going on. But to be able to have the foresight, like, it's not the man I want to be anymore, and I want to be proud of myself, and I want to grow from this whole experience. So I hope that if you're watching it and maybe you see someone like that, maybe you guys do it together and try and grow from my silly old mistakes. With that being said, I'm taking accountability. I'm sorry to you guys that had to watch that whole situation unfold. I'm sorry to Jess and Melinda and anyone in the house that had my back in that situation. No one deserved to be a part of the fucking Hurricane Harry that was going down on Perfect Match. But we're taking accountability. We're growing from this. This show is called Boyfriend Material because that's what we're doing. We're growing to become boyfriend material. I feel like I'm 33% there. No, but I feel like we're growing. We're moving in the right direction. So now I want to get into watching the consequences of my actions come to fruition with Jess. And again, this is not something to take lightly, especially with Jess, because she doesn't deserve any of this. Her daughter doesn't deserve any of this. And it was tough to watch that because I could only imagine how tough it was for her to see that back. And I know how much it was playing on her mind. Even when we spoke about it after the show, when we both left the house and we were seeing each other after the show, I know when we spoke about it then. I know when we spoke about it more recently, well, pretty much every time. I know it's been a massive anxiety in her brain, worried about that whole situation. And as much as I've tried to explain it, it is really difficult to watch that stuff back. So a little bit of a breakdown for people who haven't seen the finale. Don't watch it. You don't have to. I'm here to talk about it. I'm here to, dance around all the craziness of the whole finale. But in the finale, Jess says, my intuition is telling me you want to be a certain type of person right now. But right now, you're not. And I feel like Jess really predicted boyfriend material. She manifested this for us. She manifested us growing and blossoming into something bigger and better. But the beautiful thing about these massive fucking mistakes that I continue to make is that we grow from them. We learn from them. We continue to develop our character to be a better human and to try and be a better man. Again, it's tough to watch it all back. But in that moment with Jess, I did realize the consequences of my actions really ruined this whole situation. Even though once we both left the house, we were still seeing each other. We were still working through some stuff, especially at the hotel. If you see the finale, if you look at the finale episode, I'm wearing this bracelet that says HJ loves JV. And if you see it, there's some scenes, you can see how edited the show is because I was hiding it for some words. I'd take it off for other things and I'd be holding it for different things. So you can see how edited it is to see where they're moving shit around from to try and create a story or what they want me to say, which is kind of funny to watch. But when we did leave the show and leave the house after her date with Izzy, we spent a lot of time together in the hotel, and then we spent another week together in Mexico after that, and trying to work through our stuff, which is tough. And I also Jess didn't need to do that. It just shows you her character. She really leads with her heart. She's really a sweet human, and yeah, I guess she just really wanted to make it work out, and which is really sweet and lovely, and I respect that. I also want to go into a little bit at the start of the finale episode when me and Jess are trying to figure out if we're going to match or not. Now, obviously, Jess didn't want to match with me. And in that moment, your ego's having a bit of a crisis because you're like, hey, we're on a Netflix show right now. And am I getting rejected? What is going on right now? Everyone should want to be with me. I'm 6'5", an Australian, and I've got food poisoning. So I was sitting there when she said that, and my world was ripping apart. I thought that was the end of me and Jess. I thought I'd never see her again. But it was really tough to be in that moment. And I think she did the right thing for herself. And again, what can we learn from this? If you're sitting at home and there's a guy that's playing games and he is a walking red flag 24/7, look at that situation and take some inspiration out of Jess. Because as she said, I was the guy of her dreams and everything she ever asked for. But when I fucked up and made that mistake, she for certain made sure that I knew that she protected herself and protected her heart. So that's also another thing that I hope you guys look at and be like, okay, you know what? Moving forward, if a guy's being a sausage, if a guy's acting like Harry on Perfect Match, how can we protect ourselves and move forward so that we don't get hurt and heartbroken? But also that night as well, when I had food poisoning, I think you can see it in my face. I'm pale. I am fucking struggling. There is no liquids or fluids left in my body whatsoever. When I eventually left the house, I was outside with Justin and he was taking care of me vomiting. I hope Justin, for his sake, speaks up about why he actually left and why he wasn't at the finale. Because, guys, it's pretty fucking serious. There was a lot of bad shit that went on, but Justin's also a stand-up guy. He's a way better man than me. If that was me, I'd be going in. I'd be telling everyone all the nonsense. But it got pretty fucking real pretty quick for some of the people in the house. I also saw a bunch of you guys asking who got in the physical altercation from the last episode. I'm sure those guys will speak up about it. But it was it wasn't that crazy, but it was like kind of uncalled for. Just, a couple big dudes button heads. As we're talking about Jess, we got to go into the date with Izzy and watching that back for the first time. Watching their date was really tough because I love Izzy. I think he's a great guy. I love Jess. I think she's amazing. And, seeing that I fucked up massively and I let that slip through my fingers, and then seeing her have a good time with another guy, it was really tough. But it was also like watching that, I was like, this is what she needed. Like, she needed someone like this, lighthearted, just to hear her out and to be there for her. And I think Izzy was the perfect guy for that whole situation. I do remember her telling me that those ropes that they were hanging off stunk like sweat. She said it was the stinkiest thing ever. So that made me feel really good because I'm like, okay, cool. It's stinky over there. She's not tripping. But it was good to see them have a connection, have a good time, and, enjoy each other's company, because I feel like she needed that. Like, that whole experience is just a bubble, and it's chaos and it's craziness. And I think I only really got out of it and got my head clear when I went to the hotel. Like, for me, that was the biggest eye-opening thing, because I was so locked into it. I was so fixated on this whole idea of winning the show and being with Jess and trying to make it on the outside, that as soon as I had some space to breathe and I was in the hotel, I really was just I remember texting him this is what I needed. Thank you so much for getting us out of the house, because I needed this. I needed to calm down. I needed to get out of my head. I needed to talk to my friends. I needed to come back down to earth. There was no alcohol. There was no nothing. I really had a big chance to just reconnect with myself. And I was honestly really grateful that I had a chance to step away from the house. Obviously, the situations, I'm not grateful for what happened and how bad I fucked it up, but I really needed to take a moment away and to just reconnect with myself and figure out who I wanted to be and where I want to go moving forward. So to wrap this little segment up, I want to talk about my takeaways with my relationship with Jess, kind of where we are now, what's going on with us. And I think the biggest takeaway from dealing with someone as amazing as Jess is just her maturity and how, number one, she is so playful and so fun. But when shit needs to be serious and we need to have those deep conversations, she's really good at navigating that. But also respecting her space and respecting my space. Whenever, and I said in the previous episode, whenever there was a little bit of heat or friction in an argument, whatever else, she would just tell me hey, I'm not arguing today. Let's just talk it through. And I feel like we always had amazing communication. So that's why it sucks to see myself actively lying in her face and actively being dishonest in those situations. But also, in that relationship, that was a different type of love that I felt with her. There was so much, I don't know, weird fuzzy feelings in my body that I've never really felt for anyone before. So to be loved by someone like Jess is really special. To be able to lay in bed and talk about the future and dream together and try and help someone get closer to their goals was so special and such amazing experience. So I definitely don't take it lightly. Obviously, I fucked it up. It's my fault. It was a big mistake. If I could change it all, I would. I wish I could. But obviously, life keeps moving, and it's just one thing that I have to look at and grow from instead of sitting there and crying about it, which I did enough of. It's been a crazy journey, and I'm just grateful that I got to do it with her because it was very special. So to wrap up this segment, I want to talk about why the fuck was I wearing a full-ass suit in the middle of Tulum, in the fucking heat of the sun in Mexico. Well, there was no sun out. It was nighttime. But I just want to let you know that I had a different fucking outfit on. And my outfit was sick. It was all white. It was sexy. It was sleek. And it definitely wasn't as sweaty. And I remember once I got to set, they got so angry at me. Because so what happens on these shows is you send all your your outfits in, and they kind of pick where they want you to wear certain type of things. So I was like, oh, I've got this suit. This is obviously for the finale when we win. Obviously we didn't. And then this is the entry one and whatever else. So they were expecting me to pull in this fucking suit. And I was like, not a chance. It's so hot here. I'm already sweating a lot and out of every hole in my body. So when I get there in a full ass suit, what you guys didn't see is that my back, I was sweating so much through the back of the suit that my whole back was wet. It looked like I just took a shower. I was dripping wet. It was absolutely insane there. And also my anxiety of what is everyone going to say about me, and sitting there and watching Kaz get his head ripped off and the other people get their heads ripped off. I was also anxious. I'm damn, if me and Jess were in that situation, I would be fucked. I wouldn't know what to do. I know my face would go bright red. I probably would get a little bit flustered like I am now, and I probably would say the wrong thing and lie about it. But if you watch me, like I'm wiping my face with a fucking napkin. I don't know why I wore this fucking suit. It's also like a big recommendation. If you're going to Tulum or anywhere hot, don't wear a suit. You don't need to. Just go like shirtless or wear some flip-flops. We call them thongs in Australia. They call them jandals in New Zealand. There's a lot of names for those. But I just feel like don't do it. Even if it's on a TV show. If you're out there and you're about to book your first TV show, don't bring a fucking suit because you probably don't need it. And also, it was teal. I've never worn a teal suit in my life. All right, the next segment we're going to do is if it looks like a red flag. Now, this segment is always fun when it's just me, but it's going to be even more fun because Big Dick Dom is coming in the building and we're going to get his take on it. And we're also, this is not your situations like it usually is. It is situations from the finale and the show, and you're going to get our honest feedback, maybe a little bit behind the scenes stuff that actually happened in those situations. So give a round of applause for Dom. Okay, guys, Dom is in the building. We're back. We're ready to rock. You guys loved him in the last episode, and we love him right now. But before we get into the red flag game, Dom just found our text messages from Tulum when he had a runny bumhole as well. Yeah. And I want to go through our messages because we were fucking struggling. I'm going to read my lines, and he's going to read his. Hey, how you doing today, bro?
Bro, I think I got whatever you had.
Wait, you got a leaky ass too?
All night, throwing up.
Justin's got it as well. Fuck. Harry strikes again.
Been cramping like crazy.
Damn, I'm fucking up Dom's life.
Laughing my ass off. Bro, it's brutal.
The worst, bro. I've been having wars with my toilet.
It's been a battlefield in my room. Running out of toilet paper. Both garbage cans full of vomit.
Bro, it's the worst. I'm so sorry. It's hell.
What is it? I scared the shit out of John when he came to give me my phone. I answered the door sweaty as fuck, out of breath, like, help me, please.
Guys, we were struggling. We were all sick.
I think I literally say at a point that I feel like I'm possessed.
Yeah, he literally texts. He's like, I feel like I'm possessed. I don't know what's come over me. And then sends me a sick selfie.
Yeah, I sent you the selfie of me in my glasses.
He's like,
sweaty
Tulum,
as fuck.
baby.
Say, Tulum, baby. It's so bad. I think I actually also have like a fucking photo of me messaging like production. I'm like, what did I say? I was literally texting like the medics and all of them. I was like, hey, I think I'm possessed. Send help.
Imagine having food poisoning that bad that you feel like you're possessed and that a demon is coming inside you.
Yeah. What?
I don't know. Anyway, we're going to get into the red flag game. And these situations are situations that happened on the show. I know, hopefully, our other castmates aren't angry at our answers. We love you guys. So I'm going to explain a situation that happened in the show. And Dom will give his answer, whether it's a red flag, beige flag, or green flag. And we'll talk about it a little bit. Then I'll give my answer. And if you guys agree or disagree, let us know in the comments down below. You can't. It's a podcast. But on the boyfriend material page. So the first situation, Justin leaving the show without having a conversation with Elise. Now, mind you, a lot was cut out in this situation. What do you see that as?
Green flag. Green flag. Shout out my boy Justin.
Shout out Justin.
Yeah, he doesn't owe her anything. She made her choice, and yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like if you guys had a little bit more context of what actually was going on, he doesn't owe her anything. And the fact that he took the high road and just said, you know what, it is what it is. I'm out of here. I give him a green flag because, again, it doesn't owe her anything in that situation. Okay, second situation. Kaz going from Micah to Christine back to Micah in a matter of hours or days, question mark.
I'll let you take the lead on this one.
Guys, I'm going to go with a beige flag in this situation. In real life, probably a red flag. But on a dating show where you're meant to experiment and figure each other out, I'm going to go with a beige flag. I feel like, I wasn't in the house to see all that stuff go down because I was sadly eliminated because of my own fault and my actions, and I'm deeply sorry. But I feel like in that situation, it's tough because you don't leave the house. I certainly didn't, but it was the best thing for me. But when your girl goes on a date and then he's like scrambling to try and figure shit out, you know, I get it. I fully understand. But that whole situation just looks a little bit messy. So I'm gonna give it a beige flag. We still love our Kaz. What do you think?
I was there for 2 days, and then I had a pissy, shitty ass. I don't know any of them. I don't talk to them. I don't follow any of them on social media. So I'll just go beige flag because I didn't even watch the show. You know, I don't even know.
Yeah, he hasn't watched the show.
Yeah,
I asked him to watch the finale before
just for him.
Yeah, and he just like skimmed through it. Okay, next one, and I'm guilty for this. Everyone's saying I love you after a few weeks. What do you think that is?
What's the question? The green flag is everybody saying I love you after a few weeks.
Yeah, is that a green flag, beige flag, or red flag?
I say I love you to everybody.
What?
Yeah.
What? No, what flag are you giving it?
Can I have my thought process?
Oh, yeah.
Can I just like explain my thought process? Like I'm trying to understand the inner workings of it. I think personally I was somebody who like fell in love really quickly, and then I've become like really just like jaded and doped up off of fucking Vyvanse and Lexapro. But you know what I'm saying? To each their own, you know. I'll say, you know, if you love something, you know, don't let it go. Give it a green
flag. Don't let it go.
Don't let it go. Hold on to it very tightly.
Yeah. Especially on a dating show.
And say I love you, and then as soon as the cameras stop, you know, go back to your countries and live your life.
Yeah, and ignore each other.
And don't talk.
Done on the cast. I give it a green flag, I think, as well. You know, after you're saying I love you after a few weeks, you're in this hyper chamber where everyone is just, the emotions are heightened, everything's heightened, and you really feel it. You're like, this is it. Like, if we lived here forever, we're going to be perfect. We're going to be amazing. So on the show, I think it's a green flag because those feelings are genuinely real. But then in real life, if you're saying I love you after a couple of weeks, that's not okay. I've done that, and we don't love bomb anymore. We just love. I don't know.
Huh?
We don't love bomb. I don't know what the thought was with that. But yeah, I feel like on a dating show, great, green flag. Lock your person in. Just don't kiss anyone else. And then in real life, if you're saying I love you after a few weeks, you should probably seek medical attention and get some help.
I'm going to take back the green flag and say we should give it a beige flag based off of our answers.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is the final situation that happened on the show that we want to talk about. But if there's more that you guys want us to talk about, please go to boyfriendmaterial.iamunwell.com and submit the situations that you want our hot take on. The final one is Kaz calling Nigel the opposite of alpha. Guys.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
Look,
you showed me that like this morning.
I'm gonna take the lead on this one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give that. Oh, wait, I broke it. I'm gonna give that a red flag. I love Kaz. I know he didn't mean it in a weird way. I love Nigel. The sweetest dudes ever. But if there's a grown man calling himself an alpha, brother, what? I say some dumb shit. Yeah. I'm cringe. I get it. I say some stupid, like, egotistical shit, but I'll never walk into a room and be like, I'm the alpha.
That was crazy. It just kind of came out of nowhere, too. Like, it happened. Well, that was like after
why did they say it?
Yeah, that happened like after the scammer thing, too, right? It was like they were just talking, and then, Kaz, what do you think? Well, she said that she wanted alpha, and I see that she went for quite the opposite. And then Nigel's like, don't excuse my quietness and humbleness for weakness. And I was like, whoa.
You guys in a movie?
Yeah, this fucking Twilight?
Yeah. Guys, also, if you're a young lady at home and you're seeing a guy and he calls himself an alpha, run away. Why?
Saying that she wanted an alpha.
Like, what?
And then be like, but I see that she chose quite the opposite. It's crazy.
It's a great. That is great. Do people actually say that, like, in real life? Because I've never. I feel like if I walked up to my friends, if I walked up to you and said, bro, I'm the alpha in this relationship, he's going to smack the shit out of me. Or like any of my friends would be like, okay, bro, like, you need to eat some humble pie. Like, an alpha?
That was like the first moment, like a reality show. I was like, is this scripted? Is this?
Yeah, no, I legitimately always saw that and I was like, what? Why?
Yeah.
Like, leave the dumb shit to us.
Yeah, leave it.
Like, I got us covered, guys. I got us covered with all the dumb shit. But one thing I won't say is, hey, I'm Harry Jowsey, and I'm an alpha. Wow. Like,
Yeah, I see you chose quite the opposite. Don't excuse my quietness and humbleness for weakness.
yeah, like, are we a Batman?
Are you Vengeance?
Okay, anyway. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that segment. If you did, please let us know. If you want to submit your situations that you want us to play red flag on, or green flag, or beige flag, any of the flags, go to boyfriendmaterial.imanuel.com, and Dom and I will dominate the flags. I don't know. Alpha's out. Row. So now Dom and I are going to go into your questions and answer them about Perfect Match and the show. So, well, Perfect Match is the show. So we're going to talk about your questions. And there was a lot of them, and I really appreciate that. So the first question is from Taylor. What up, Tay-Tay?
What up, Tattoo? I don't know. You gave her
Tattoo?
You gave
Like
her
Ratatouille?
You gave her like the nickname, so I tried to mix it up.
Taylor has 3 questions, and we're going to answer them. Number 1, are you allowed to have sex on the show?
I
Yes.
think you can't. You can't.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Do you mean like legally?
Well, yeah, I feel like consensually.
Yeah, consensually you can have sex. Not consensually, no.
Yeah, no good.
No good.
Okay,
That's
whatever. I don't know. We're spending too much time on that. Number 2, why does everyone always talk about if someone is/isn't their type? Well, Tay-Tay, do you want to answer this one?
I don't know. Why do you do it?
Well, I think because what else are you talking about? You're on a dating show, and like they want to know what you're into, and you got to kind of like lay that up and be like, this is my type. This is what is going on. My problem is all my exes are very public, and everyone knows who I dated, so people just know my type, and I don't even need to say it. But I feel like going on these shows, when you're there and you're in the heat of it, people want to know what your usual type is, especially when you're just figuring each other out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like, I guess that's true. Like, I guess you don't really have like conversations of substance when it comes to this, and it moves really quick.
Yeah, you really can't talk about it.
So it's like, what's your type? What's your interest? What are you into?
Anyway, final question from Taylor: was anyone not drinking the whole time on the show? I think some people took a few nights off. I think some people had the self-control that I fucking definitely didn't. I don't think Xanthi really drank. I don't know, but I know there were some people that didn't drink as much as the others. Obviously, I feel like I was just pushing the boat out a little bit too hard every night.
Yeah, well, you were there the whole time. It gets a little stressful.
No, I wasn't.
Well, I mean, at the beginning, I definitely drank the 2 days that I was there. I didn't drink. I don't think I drank during the mixer though.
Yeah,
because I was starting to feel pretty sick.
Next one from Gray. Spoiler alert: if you haven't watched the finale, don't watch it. Listen to us. How did Nigel and Christine win? They were barely on the show. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, it's hard to give that knowing, like, in hindsight, how things played out afterwards.
Yeah.
In hindsight, like, you and Jess and then them two were, like, the longest lasting couples afterwards. Like,
I think we're the only couples.
Yeah, the only couples that were, like, after the show.
They gave it a shot, yeah.
They gave it a shot. So it's hard to be like, oh, they didn't deserve the win when, like, they
made it work.
They made it work, So was there probably, like, an ulterior motive? Maybe. I don't know.
There was.
Yeah, there was. I didn't vote.
There definitely was.
I didn't vote for them. Like, I voted for Seven because that's my dog. But
yeah. No, I think, okay, guys, now this is going to sound really rude.
Once again, remember, I had a shitty ass and I was there for 2 days.
Yeah, we were
And I also,
shitting.
they photoshopped me in the cast photo because I had to leave.
He wasn't even in the cast
I wasn't
photo.
even in the cast photo.
I
Look at Harry's Instagram when he posted the cast photo. I'm not in it.
Dom's not in it. And I didn't realize. He literally he responded to it. He's like, bro, I'm not here.
Yeah.
I'm like, I had no memory that you weren't there.
Literally, the finale ended and they were like, this guy can't stop shitting out of his ass.
Get him out of town.
He needs his fucking meds.
No, okay, but I definitely want to talk about Christine and Nigel and was there ulterior motive. Here's my thoughts, and this could be completely wrong and completely sideways, but
Talk your shit.
I think everyone in the hotel hated everyone in the house. That's just how it was because they're getting rejected, they're getting pushed to the side, there's kind of only drama, whatever else. The only people that were pretty much in the hotel 90% of the time was Nigel and Christine. So they all built a good friendship because there's no drama. There's no need for any drama with them. So everyone loved those two together. And I also thought they kind of deserve to win, because at the end of the day, it was me and Jess that had a relationship after the show, and then they also had a relationship longer than us. Which is tough. So that's why I think everyone voted for them, is because they just didn't trust anyone else in the house. Like, they're doing little tests on some of the other longer standing relationships, and they kept failing, and shit started like hitting the fan. So I think like the safest bet was to just vote for your friends and hope it works out. And I think in hindsight, it was probably the best couple to pick.
Yeah.
To be honest.
In hindsight, yeah.
Yeah.
At the time, I was like, whoa. I didn't even know them. I didn't even know there were a couple until I sat down. I was like, oh, Nigel's here?
No, I remember sitting down at the finale. I'm like, wait, when did they become a couple? How the fuck did this happen? I remember being so confused, because I'm like, wait, what? Yeah,
there's definitely something that they got to fix systematic-wise, because it's like, you can't have people vote, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, when did that happen?
Yeah, I'm like, I didn't even know they were a couple. When the fuck did Brighton get in here? Like, I'm like, what happened over here?
Yeah, we missed out on so much.
Yeah, I'm like, Kaz back with Michael? What the fuck happened? And then they're like, now vote.
Yeah, pick your favorite. I did also vote for Steven and Lara, because I thought that they were the perfect match, but they didn't work out. Anyway, next question is from Anne. Does Netflix make you sign a non-compete for other streaming service reality shows? And if that question is worded a way you can't answer, I know you're hanging up your cap when it comes to reality dating shows, but is there any series that you would have you reconsider, or / any perks / dollar amount? Thanks. P.S. I love you. I'd let you eat my bum so quick. What? Any freaky little sausage. I think everyone's contract's a little bit different. I can't really speak on mine. But it's more in a sense of like dating shows. Like, you can't necessarily, like the first TV show I did, I couldn't do any other dating shows for the next 12 months. And then I also, if I was trying to do another show, I had to let them know, like, hey, I want to do this. Let me know if it's a green light. Because I think that's also a problem, is if, this show puts a bunch of money into talent and making it a successful show, and then you use that audience to leverage it for another TV network, they kind of get a little bit upset. But my deal, I think our deals were definitely a little bit different than the rest of the cast.
Yeah, kind of. Well, I mean, you did Dance with the Stars too. So like that kind of like shows.
Yeah, we're
like,
chilling.
Yeah, like, and like things pop up, and we kind of have a relationship where like you could just go to the casting and be like, hey, I want to do this thing. And
yeah, I think that's the best thing about Netflix, is they're very good. They're very like chilled. They're very laid back. They genuinely want to see you win and
as
succeed.
long as you follow your contract.
Okay. Anyway. From Charlie, who is still together from the show? And Dom, you want to answer this one?
No one.
Just us.
Just us. Just me and Harry.
No, I think you go on these shows, you're in this like hyper chamber, everyone's in love, all the craziness is going on. But then as soon as you come back to real life, a lot of these people are living in London, people are across the country. Like, it is really difficult to navigate long distance relationship when you've just had this crazy experience with someone, and it's just like all love and everything's perfect and everything's amazing, and then they go back to their country, whatever else. It does get really tough. I know there's a few people that just got fully ghosted, and that their partners, like, as soon as the show was done, never heard from them again. Like, I got a few angry texts like, can you please tell them to call me? But yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of how it always goes down, unless you're like living in the same city. Like, if me and Jess were living in the same city, I'm sure it'd be a different story. But
I think that's why they do Love Is Blind in the same, like,
yeah, because that actually works out.
Because then it works out.
Yeah, damn.
Didn't stuff happen like in the hotel afterwards?
What?
Because I know everybody like after the finale like went out.
Shit went down.
Yeah, shit went down in the hotel like immediately afterwards.
Yeah, I know there was people like sneaking into each other's rooms, hooking up. There was someone hooking up with. There was, one bad person hooking up with another bad person who.
I remember I was in my hotel room, and I remember everyone was out, and I think only me and Justin was already gone. Yeah. And Holly would also just stay in her room. So I was just texting Holly back and forth, and Holly messaged me, and she was like, good thing we stayed in. And I was like, wow, what's up? She's like, blah, 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 this happened, blah, 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 blah. And I was like,
Yeah, they needed like someone with a camera following us like after the show because everyone was like free and like getting crazy and having fun. But like I think I played it safe because I was just taking Jess on dates and then people would get upset that I didn't invite them to come to the restaurant. So then I'd end up just paying for a bottle for everyone and we got a little bit crazy. Anyway, that doesn't matter. You guys don't care. Kendall, she says, do you think Izzy was lying when he said he slept with 100+ people?
That's crazy.
Look.
Izzy the GOAT, bro.
Izzy's the GOAT.
Listen, man. Rizzy Izzy, man.
Rizzy Izzy.
Listen, if you don't know about Rizzy Izzy,
you don't know.
He be outside, man.
He'll be outside.
He be outside.
I don't know if he's done it or not. But if he has, like, hats off to him. But also, like, we saw his Riz with Micah. And
it was off the charts.
It was off the charts.
Nah, he was going, listen. You just didn't see the intricacies. You didn't read in between the lines. Because what happened later on? Who did Micah end up with out later on? Did she end up with Izzy eventually?
No, she went back to Kaz.
But she was with Izzy for a bit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I'm saying like it's a long he plants the seed. Guy. Yeah, he plants the seed and they always come back. So
hey, lets it blossom a little bit. No, it's true.
It's true. Isn't that not true?
No, the funniest thing with Izzy is
he planted the seed. He planted the seed. He said, "Micah, look at me. I'm right here."
That was a pity she wanted to stay on.
True, that's true.
Don't do that to my boy Izzy.
No, I think it's just like he was always quiet, but then once he had a few drinks, he would just be saying the craziest shit and having fun. Like there was so much stuff that was cut out that Izzy said that I was like, this is fucking hilarious. So I think maybe it was the nice guy thing, like making sure everyone's comfortable around him, and then later on down the track, he strikes.
Well, that made it sound weird.
Well, I was just going off what you were saying.
Nah, that's not what I was saying.
You were saying that.
I was saying he plants the seed and then they come back eventually, you know?
True. Okay, whatever. Rizzy Izzy, shout out to him. 100+ bodies? I don't think so, but if he has,
I'm saying he missed a digit. Saying 1,000+.
Yeah,
he was being humble.
Yeah. Fuck it.
And don't mistake his humbleness and quietness for weakness.
Yeah, he'd be slanging cock.
Yeah, he's the true alpha.
Anyway, whoa. So next question is from Clark. He says, what happens when you don't match up with someone? Do you get sent to the hotel? What do you end up doing? Dom could probably answer that because he was in the hotel the whole time.
Yeah. So you get there, you get in the hotel, and then they take your phone. You get your phone for like 30 minutes a day. 30 minutes like just to like call family or whatever or check up on business.
Yeah.
And then you're just watching movies in Spanish
the whole day.
They love Fast and Furious.
It's crazy.
Fast and Furious all day long.
Tapped.
And then just like Goblet of Fire, Harry Potter.
And ridiculousness.
Ridiculousness just over and over and over again.
It's crazy.
It's fucking nuts. So you're just in the hotel the whole time. You don't get to see anybody. You get gym time.
Yeah.
You get like 2 activities a day and then you get to like go out for dinner.
Yeah, you're literally allowed out for like 2 hours.
And you have like a chaperone.
And that's the thing as well. Like you're not allowed to leave your room. Like you don't get your keys. So if you do leave, you're in trouble. And if they catch you out, you get in a lot of trouble. Like I got in so much trouble when me and Jess left the show after all the stuff went down. That night when we both left, you know, I put like a little napkin in my door so it wouldn't like fully close. But they would come every hour and like knock on the door to make sure you're there and whatever else. So like sometimes I would just put the pillows in my bed to make it look like I was asleep and that the TV was on. But you're not meant to sneak out. But
how many pillows did they give you?
I had a lot. Yeah, I had a suite, brother. No. But then also they'll bring you food and whatever else. So you're pretty much just like locked in there going insane. There'd be so many moments when I was in the hotel just like pacing because I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to do. I need to get my steps in. This is crazy. Trying to read a book, trying to be better. I was reading a book and self-sabotage. Didn't fucking help me. I still did it anyway. But it's pretty much like a beautiful prison and like a lovely prison because you're locked in there. You can't do anything, but you're allowed out for a couple hours a day.
Speak for yourself. That shit was torture, bro.
Yeah.
I was shitting myself off of room service food for like a week straight. And it was like 3 weeks. Like half my time there was me just shitting myself.
Well, that's why you had a good time. You were busy.
Yeah, I looked like a Tim Burton character at the end of it. I was like, my face was sunken in.
But it's also crazy. There was some guys and some people that never got in the house whatsoever. So they were just in the hotel in quarantine the whole time. Like there was actually one night where they all got caught because they were jumping off their balcony and like trying to sneak to the bar. Because the hotel that they put us in was like a fully inclusive hotel. Wait, is that it? all-inclusive hotel. So they would go to the bar and get drunk and like try and have fun, whatever else. And then I remember hearing like the shenanigans the next morning where they're like, we're so angry, these guys escaped their room and whatever else. I'm like, guys, these people were in a hotel for 4 fucking weeks. Like, of course they're gonna get a little bit itchy and want to get crazy with the boys, and kiss everyone.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, you pretty much just end up watching Lord of the Rings for like fucking hours upon hours and just like waiting for them to come pick you up to go to the gym or do something different. And we kind of timed it perfect. Like we would always try and go to the gym together and hang out because that was kind of the only time that we would be able to just have a little bit of normalcy as well. And then also some days I would sneak out and just like sit on the beach early in the morning, and you know, when they come to knock on my door, I'd be very angry because I wasn't there. And
Some of you guys stayed back too. No?
What? What'd you say?
Some of you guys stayed back, like afterwards.
Oh yeah, I stayed. So Jess and I stayed in Mexico. We went to Cancun for like a week after it to try and work on ourselves and stuff like that. But again, I was being a bit of a drunk sausage, and yeah. So anyway, and then I came straight back and I filmed Dance with Stars.
Yeah.
Okay, next one is from Hannah. Watching Perfect Match, it's obvious you enjoy having a companion, but you also really enjoy entertaining more than one connection at a time. Fuck you, Hannah. Have you ever thought about being in an open relationship and getting kind of the best of both worlds? Definitely not, Hannah. Definitely not. I feel like I get a little bit too jealous. I tried it one time, but then I didn't like the fact that she was fucking my friend. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, it doesn't make me feel too good. I don't think so. I think, you know, Harry back then, party stage, having fun, whatever else. I don't think, and look, you guys are fine if you do an open relationship. For me personally, you know, when I'm dating someone, I want to be for that person and that person only. What would you do?
Well, I'm scared of human interaction in general.
Yeah,
so,
he's afraid of women.
Yeah, people. You've seen when like when we go to like Aloe.
We go to Aloe, and obviously everyone is beautiful and amazing there. We're literally, I'll be saying hi to everyone like, this is my boy Dom, and then I'm like, wait, where's Dom? And he's like over, like reading the label of like water and stuff, and then like he'll pick up a juice. He's like, yo, Harry, see this got celery in it? I'm like, Dom, come say hi.
Literally,
he's afraid of everyone.
Yeah, even when we go to Aloe and we see Sophie and she comes and say, hey Dom, she gives me a hug. I'm like, so like,
yeah, literally, Sophie Julia is the sweetest person ever, and she like works at Aloe. She's
probably just like
angel of a human. But even when Dom walks up to her, like he's seen her a million times, and he's just like, women, I'm gonna run away now. He freaks the fuck out.
Yeah.
So no open relationship.
Yeah, or a relationship in general.
Yeah. He just be doing his own thing.
Yeah.
Okay, next one is from Cleo. I heard somewhere that the show was 90% scripted. I am sure some of it is, and some people make things up. But was most of it scripted? You want to answer this one?
It's definitely not scripted. I always say like the shows aren't scripted, but obviously it's a show, so it's edited. And there's so many, when you put that many personalities in one room in like one environment, things are bound to happen.
Yeah, and I also think that like with these shows and how they're produced, they'll ask you certain questions to kind of get the answer that they want, or they'll continue to ask you the question if you haven't fully answered it right. Not necessarily speaking of like the Perfect Match show, but like when I've done others, they're like, oh, we kind of just want you to frame it a little bit more like this. So some situations look like they're scripted and looks like it's a little bit forced. For my sake, I'm going to say it's scripted and I was an actor and I was playing a part. But on this show, it definitely wasn't. Like, it's just more like they kind of nudge you in the direction that you need you to go.
Yeah, I think definitely, probably more so like the confessionals, because
yeah, that's when
they do kind of get you like more animated and kind of like get you to like say, or like not say, but like guide you to like be more animated and more like whatever. So it seems like it's scripted because you're like, and then this person, because you've already lived it, and you're trying to talk as if you're in the moment
and like be excited
like, and then so and so walks in,
and like, whoa,
but it's like, but you're saying that like a week later after it's already happened.
That's the thing as well. Like, you would be recording the confessionals literally like a week or so after. You'd be there for like 3 or 4 hours. And this was also with this show, this is the first time in the confessionals they make us wear the same outfit the whole time, so they can move shit around so that they could like pick up the story, whatever else, however they want to do it. So the scene where I'm crying when in the confessional with Dom, I didn't cry in the confessional. I was crying because I fucked things up with Jess. And that's where like the tears flowed. So I was waiting for that to come back again and be like, okay, fucking 4 episodes out of a 10 fucking episode series, Harry's crying, vomiting, and shitting his brains out. Crazy. I don't know why I said it like that. Anyway, but it's more like guided in a direction where they want to massage you to say the right thing. No.
Yeah. No.
Okay. Next one from Julia. What up, Julia? Damn. Julia. Anyway. Harry,
Jew.
other than Elise and Jess, what other girls were you interested in during the filming of the show? Or who were some of your close girlfriends during the show? To be honest, I can sit here and say that, like, I don't know. What do you think?
What, you were interested?
Yeah, because I feel like once
you were really intimate with me a lot of times.
With Mia?
With me.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm like, who the fuck is Mia?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, we were. No, I feel like, as soon as Jess kind of came in the show, I was head over heels. And again, it was like the work brain, make a good TV show, competing with like real life. Like, this is everything you asked for. Like, this is your person, competing together. Obviously, I could sit here and say that, I don't know. I fucked it up. But I think close girlfriends on the show, I think me and Alara got really close. And I feel like on the show, it was just someone I could talk to about anything. And also with Tolu, like, when we would talk about shit, like, she just had a good level head and she was a good soundboard to like bounce stuff off. But like, other than that, I can't really remember any of the other people that I was close with, like, for girls. What about you?
Yeah, I wasn't interested in anyone. I think like they're never gonna like bring the type of girl that I would want. Like, like I like an alternative, like rocker, like goth type chick.
Yeah, I feel like those people are probably not for reality TV.
Yeah, I feel like you're never gonna find them really on. Like, I don't know how I got. You know what I mean? Like, I'm wearing a fucking like mesh shirt and skirt with Doc Marten boots, like on the finale.
It was a bold look.
It was a bold look, and like, what girl there was looking at my fit, being like, "Oh yeah, fire." You know what I mean?
But
like,
I feel like that was a smart move. If I could wear that, I would have done it because I was sweating my cock off in that stupid suit.
it is a nice fucking breeze.
Yeah,
it is a nice breeze.
But it also would have been good to see all the couples across from me and be like, "Here's my Johnson."
I did that a couple times because I was right across from Steven, so every time he looked my way, I'd be like,
"Oh, here's my sausage."
Hey.
But no girls you were close with, friends wise?
No, I didn't talk. I don't talk to anybody.
That's true. He doesn't.
I literally don't talk to anybody. I don't. Whatever anybody says about, I don't talk to anyone. I didn't really talk to anyone.
That's true. He did.
I don't know. Every time they ask me, they're like, "Hey, do you want to do another season?" I'm like, "Why? I don't speak Netflix. I don't talk."
He doesn't.
They're like, "We'll give you more money. We just need what? Why?"
Yeah. What do I need to say?
Yeah.
Okay. Next one from Fifi. What up, Fifi? Fum. How old is your mum? Do you think finding people on reality shows for a very long-term relationship would ever work? What do you think?
Yeah, I feel like it has worked.
It has worked.
I think it's rare. I think you have to be in like the right. It has to be like
the
right.
stars have to line up.
The stars of the lineup. You have to be in the right time of your life, because especially like a lot of times too, like when you do a show, the show doesn't come out for like a year, so like you still have to like go back to your regular life.
Yeah.
It's not like you go right into like filming your show and then like going to events and influencing and having like a free schedule. Like right after I finished the first season of like Perfect Match, is like, oh, I just went back to like my warehouse shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
well, yeah, I think even like the first season of Love Is Blind, like they had to wait 2 years and they were like married.
Yeah.
Which is fucking crazy because like technically you're not really allowed to tell anyone. Obviously people do, they break the NDAs. We've seen that this season. A lot of people broke their NDAs. But but it's really difficult. I think, yeah, sure, the stars kind of have to line up. You live in the same city, everything's going well. But the problem is with doing these shows, you put your relationship under a microscope. You've got all this public opinion, all this energy, and all these people that kind of want to see you fail. So it gets really tough. You know, maybe you see a comment that has a little bit of truth in it and it really like fucks you up and makes you like second guess the person you're with.
Yeah.
There's pretty much like everything working against you, and the people that do make it through, I commend them, because it's not easy, especially, you know, this person was a stranger 3 weeks ago and now you're like madly in love with them and you're planning your future together. So it is very rare. And as you can tell, I've done like 4 or 5 dating shows now and it doesn't work out. So well, for me anyway, but I'm also the problem. We've acknowledged that. Anyway, anything else you want to add?
No, I think you covered that, brother.
Hell yeah. All right, next one's from Christina. What up, Christina? She says, what happened to Justin? Justin Bieber.
Like that, just what happened to Justin?
Yeah.
What happened to everybody?
What happened to everybody?
What happened to everybody? Like
Yeah.
Trevor got one bar.
Literally,
Trevor got one.
They pretty much
one
cut
line,
him.
and then they were like, "You're done.
Yeah, you're out of here.
You're done."
You're done, brother. I don't want to speak for Justin, because the situation that happened was pretty serious. Hence why he went home. He was pretty fucking heartbroken, pretty sad about the whole situation. But we love that guy. He's the best man on the planet.
I never met him.
Oh, you didn't? No way. You didn't? He's great. He's got the dry sense of humor. Hopefully, he's moving to LA this week. Hopefully he comes on the show and he can explain this whole situation. And Dom can meet him and they can be best buds, because I think that could be cool. Okay. Final question is from Paige. Anything you want to say about the show that we don't know / didn't see? What do you think?
Yeah, nothing. I think like I will not from my end. Like I was there for 2 days. I was not there. I did not meet anyone. I barely know anyone.
Yeah.
Barely had a conversation with anyone. So you know what I mean? That's why I've seen people on live and like people ask them like, "What do you think about Dom?" And they're like, "Haven't spoken to him.
Yeah.
Don't know what Dom's up to.
What's up with Dom?
What's up with Dom? No one knows.
Yeah.
I just mind my business." So that's it. Anything that you didn't think, and then I also like obviously they posted the deleted clip of like me apologizing and
Well, that was
hugging
wild.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I also didn't realize. I knew Dom obviously told me, but like in the boardroom on the actual show, it looks a lot more aggressive than what actually happened. Like Dom posted a clip of like the reality of what happened on his TikTok, and it was pretty much like him and Tolu like hugging it out and picking the guy to send her on a date with, and I feel like it was very respectful. It was a good.
Yeah, I feel like it was just something that you don't see a lot on these shows. A lot of self-awareness and a mature, wholesome,
Well, that's why they didn't
honest
put it in.
conversation, and that's why they didn't put it in.
Yeah.
And also that's it. That was 2 days. I was only there for 2 days. Leave me alone.
Literally.
I was there for 48 hours.
Literally,
Leave me. There were so many other people on that show.
there was.
So many other people. I didn't even promote the show, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't even promote the fucking show. I didn't talk about it. The show came out. I wasn't even on social media for a week. And I get back on social media and everyone's like, "Fuck Dom.
That was just me.
Dom, you're a clout chaser." I hate this show. I hate reality. I hate this shit. You know how many times I wake up and I'm like, "God damn it. God damn it. Why did this happen? Leave me alone." All right? I'm just trying to fucking make a couple bags, do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Who am I collabing with? You see me doing collab
collab with
posts?
me.
I don't even collab with him. You see me do a single post with Harry?
Never.
Harry be like, "Come on, man, let's film this shit." I'm like, "Brother,
I'm good.
brother, please.
Brother, please.
Brother, please. I
Come on.
support you, but leave me alone.
He's like, I wasn't there.
I wasn't there.
It was a deep fake.
Come on."
Yeah, I think for me, there was a lot of like lovely moments with Jess, and also like telling her what happened on the boys' day, and having that communication with her, and then also like we had that whole situation go down, and then after it, just like being together, and then being like, "I want to be with you," and then saying the big L word and whatever else. So I feel like there was a lot of things that were cut out that probably could have made me look a little bit better, like the reality of what was going on, but also what, it was my fault. My actions equal my consequences. So a little bit silly, but yeah, I feel like if there was a little bit more of that lovey-dovey stuff showed, and how nice everyone else was being, and how like, I don't know if you see my Snapchats, but I've been posting a lot of like Snapchats from behind the scenes of in the house, and everyone's like getting along, like everything's fine. It's just when the show airs, people see things that they don't want to see, or people talking about them a little bit wrong, so they just kind of like double down and like let's start a war. But anyway,
that's the other thing too. The show gets filmed a year ago, and everybody knows everybody. No one wants to talk in the year when the show's not out yet.
Yeah.
And the show comes out, and all of a sudden, "I have beef with you. I have John with you. You did that." I didn't.
Where were you a year ago?
Where were you 2 months ago when I saw you? 3 months ago,
everything was fine.
Everything was fine when I saw you. Everything was hunky dory.
hunky dory.
Everything was hunky dory. And then 4 episodes dropped, and everybody beefing.
Everyone's going crazy.
I don't understand that with reality TV. And then it's like, everyone's like, oh yeah, I got a problem with this person. And then you see him at an event, and they're
take
like,
a photo with them.
And then they're like, hey, let's take a photo, let's make a TikTok. You were just shitting on me.
Yeah. You literally just shit on my face.
Shit on my face. Spread your cheeks. I was lying down, you spread your cheeks. And just let Sorry, I didn't take my Vyvanse this morning.
All right, my loves. That is it. Again, what did we learn from watching myself a year ago? A lot of growth, a lot of maturity coming in now than there, and like learning from those mistakes. Thank you so much for joining us for another therapy session. It just feels so good to sit down with you guys, explain things a little bit more, but also like laugh at myself and laugh with my boy about the dumb things that went on this show. If you did enjoy today's episode, please rate it 5 stars. If you haven't listened to the previous 2 episodes and you want a little bit more context about the earlier episodes and Perfect Match, please go back and watch those. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Make sure you get your questions in to boyfriendmaterial.imanuel.com if you want to be featured on the show. We love you, and we will see you next week. Ciao.